Good morning, good afternoon, good Shabbos, everybody. It is Friday, Baruch Hashem, Parashas Savo. One of the exciting mitzvos, even though I never did it before. Bikurim. Because I like Egal Rufa also, but I never did it either. But God willing, we'll do Bikurim at one point. Why is it so exciting? I'm not sure why it grabs me, but there's a few different points that really excite me. The first is famous Kliyakar that talks about thanking Hashem, which is why, interestingly enough, Sfas Emes points this out, is one of the mitzvahs that's really enumerated, enunciated so well in the Torah. There's no bracha of tefillin, there's no bracha of anything else really, or anything we say along with a mitzvah that's in the Torah, word for word. There's no brachas in the Torah, it's in the Gemara brachas, but in the Torah, there's nothing about shatnez, nothing about klayim. But the only thing really think about is bikurim. Bikurim, the whole parsha is literally in the Torah. So what's going on here with bikurim? And the Kliyakar talks about this thank you that we have for Hashem. And it's very important that we have to say it out loud, and we have to talk about really what the context is. And it's the same words from Pesach night. Arami Ovid Avi, we talk about that, bringing oranges, which is the Rabbanan Truma, bringing the Sheva Minim, the Doraisa Truma, Bikurim. It's apples, the Kohen would rather have steaks. But the context is you were in Mitzrayim, and you had nothing. And it's only from davening to Hashem and crying to Hashem that A, you left Mitzrayim, and B, you have Eretz Yisrael, and you have trees, and you have fruits, and you have the ability to give to the Beis HaMikdash and give Truma, give Meiser, Shemitah, all these things. Poor people don't have this ability. Poor people or slaves don't have the ability to just give away your fruits and go to the Beis HaMikdash. So it's a Shvach Hashem. It's a thank you, and which is why it's a huge deal. It's a huge simcha. The Gemara talks about that people would line the streets when people come with bikurim, with the baskets. It's a big deal. Why? It's apples, it's oranges. The big deal is the context. It's a Shvach Hashem. So that's one point that I really enjoy this. And think about what you have in life, to think about whether it's small, whether it's a lot. But it's a thank you. Whatever you have is a Shvach Hashem, that you have, I'm sure all of us, except for me, have more than probably we deserve. That's A. B, that's pretty interesting. There's the Medrash talks about, the Sfas brings down several times, is that when Moshe saw that Bikurim will stop and go away, the 3 tefillos were put in place. The 3 tefillos we daven every day is in the place of Bikurim. What's the kesher of that 3 times a day? Well, the day changes. You have morning, and then the day changes to afternoon and nighttime. And just like Bikurim is a newness because it's the first fruits that are growing, the first things that are growing, that's special, that's set aside, and we put that aside every day, 3 times a day. There's a change, there's a newness. You get up in the morning, new morning, you get up, go to shul, and then the changes, the afternoon, Mincha Gdola, Mincha Katana, you finish work, middle of work, that's a change of the day, and have to think about Hashem as a newness in the day. At nighttime, you finished your day, you're winding things down, and again, it's a change of the day, you have to remember Hashem. So, something new reminds you of this freshness and this new characteristics, and it reminds you of Hashem, that what you have is not just mundane. Every day is a new day. Every day is a special day. And I was thinking today, as I was biking to Yad Binyamin, or what the heck it was, my good friend Frankel turned 55 and went out to dinner, and the guy was just having a great time. I'm not sure if it was the shots of whiskey. It was the whiskey bar in Tel Aviv, so we all had 4 rounds. But because we were 7 people and we ordered in levels of 4, sets of 4, he ended up having the 8th one every shot. So I think he ended up having 8 whiskeys. God bless him. And the guy was really happy even before the whiskey. And all right, schlepping Tel Aviv with other people that have no idea who they are, as students, this, my friend Maishi, we went out. The guy was he just had the best time. And then, yeah, okay, 55. It's not, 60, we know. You make the 60, it's a big simcha, because that means you're not getting karas. Big deal. You make it to 50, everyone makes a birthday party at 50. 55. Okay, the guy wants to have 55. What the heck? And it turns out that Mark was in Bidud, so we pushed it off a week. And I'm like, well, it's not your birthday. Well, this is my, this month is my month. I go, okay, month of Frankel. That's how it's going to be. You have your month of, and at the restaurant he spoke about that he doesn't know why we only celebrate one day a year, And he says, if I can have a bottle of, special hischachas, a special birthday, and share it with people, or have it every day. Because why are we only happy on one day a year? We should be happy every day. And that's an excellent point. It's not just one day we thank Hashem that we made it to this day. We thank Hashem for food and our friends and for health. Every day we thank Hashem. It's a big deal. And this Shabbos, unfortunately, I'm not at the bar mitzvah of my great nephew. My nephews, I think I was at all their bar mitzvahs, and my first great nephew, I'm not there, unfortunately, with Corona. We got to be in Bidud, so I'm unfortunately not there this Shabbos. And come to think, I was thinking this week, in the Axelrod family, he's the first great grandson to my parents. My niece was the first granddaughter. My sister was the first child in the family. So a lot of firsts. And okay, Purim first, what's going on here? Is there a common denominator? And I was thinking, it's not really, when you think about your first, you think about your best, your first car, your first apartment, your first house. Oh, it's special. So is it nostalgia? So what is that? When you think about the first, what's going on here? And I was thinking, this past summer I was in, where the heck was I? I was in Hershey Park, maybe the fourth, fifth time, sixth time in my life. And I'm standing on line with my son, 10-year-old Shmuel, and at the Comet, and I remember, standing here also. I was 14, 15 years old. I was just tall enough to make it on the stupid ride. I remember the go-karts in camp, Dor Golding, when I was in Dor Golding, and I was too short for the go-karts, embarrassing after throwing off the ride. And I was thinking, what nostalgia, how great this was. And the truth is, yes, it was great that I kind of remember what it was like then, but it's also special, or even more special, that it's happening now. And even though I've been to Hershey Park many times, it's the first time standing on line at the Comet with my son, 9.5, almost 10 years old. So even though I have memories of nostalgia going back, it's even more special that it's a new feeling. So even though there's an old feeling, it's really new right now. Not 100% nostalgia, maybe 20% nostalgia, but 80% is like it's brand new, and I appreciate the newness. And I think that's kind of what a tree is. You think about Bikurim, the seed is from years ago, the same DNA, the roots is from before, but most of the fruit is really, all of the fruit's really from now. And I think that's the way we kind of have to approach our lives. And that's kind of how we look at a bar mitzvah. It's very exciting. When I see a bar mitzvah kid, if the tefillin isn't right, I like to go over, maybe turn it over. And until the restraining order, I used to really go over to them and make a big deal about these kids and bar mitzvah kids. It's a special thing. And I really try to get some of this newness on myself. If I see someone new in the community, I go over to them. I try as best as I can, welcome them. I know what it was like when I made Aliyah 16 years ago. And I kind of bring back that feeling of newness. And I try to help other people. And when I see bar mitzvah boys laning for the first time, doing mitzvah for the first time, they're making a siyum, they're laning, this special hischachus that they're going through, and it comes on me as well. And I hope, unfortunately I can't be there this Shabbos, Meir, but I hope everyone really enjoys it, to bring a lot of nachas to our family. It's a really big deal for you, and especially for me, thousands and thousands of miles away. And I hope we see each other soon. And for everybody else, hope to see you guys too. Have a good Shabbos. Shabbat Shalom.